I wanted to continue working on Summer and Travis's home. So that's what we're going to do, I guess. And first, I need to rework this floor plan a little bit. Maybe not a little bit, but completely. Just because I don't really feel like I can work with it how it is right now. And the exterior of the house I am pretty happy with. It's in this area of Newcrest where I still have 2 empty lots. Over here is a house I have built for Charlypancakes' parents actually, and this over here is a mortician, so not a mortician's home but a funeral home is going to be over there. So yeah, the upstairs actually doesn't look too bad, but I guess since I want to move the stairs, I will have to alter this as well in some kind. So let's just see how this goes, and if I can keep these 3 rooms over here maybe. I'm not sure, because actually let me just get rid of all the walls first, and we can always go back, but I feel like this floor plan doesn't really work for me at this point. So I'm going to put all the interior into the inventory for now, and then just start over with the floor plan, as I said. So this, yeah, no, the upstairs has to go as well, just because I can. It's not the best floor plan upstairs here as well, so it's not a bunch we will lose. And maybe I can come up with a better floor plan in the end, which would be great. Oh, I wanted to keep this flooring for the bathrooms, and also to have still some wallpaper left, so I don't need to pick it again later. Maybe can, yeah, no, what am I doing? Maybe I'm just going to place some here, so if I'm stuck later I can go back. Oh, hey Johanna, how are you? It's so nice to see you here. I recently, no, yesterday, I started to try and stream again, and yeah, here we are, giving it another try after a few years and being kind of absent from the Sims community. I mean, I am lurking always and always working behind everyone's, not behind everyone's back, what am I saying? I'm doing stuff on my own, I guess, and not really share a lot of it, and yeah. I'm also really happy to be back. That's nice to hear. Thank you so much. I hope I can see you on your stream as well soon again, if you are streaming. So, I guess you are, right? So yeah, I'm always on and off sharing my stuff, which kind of annoys me, but also I don't want to put pressure on myself now that I feel like being more active again to do it all the time now. So I just want to go with the flow, and the only pressure I am having is coming from myself, I guess, so it doesn't really make any sense. And it should just be fun. So all the doors here are really not helping me to think about the floor plan again. I guess the stairs are best placed somewhere in the middle. So wait, this is actually not too bad maybe. But at the same time, I want to have this door to the outside kind of be a center point for some kind of living area. So I'm a little bit stuck. Even though this is not the most complicated house, but sometimes that doesn't help. Because you want a very simple floor plan, but that's not always possible. We could also get some kind of galley kitchen. So it would be very narrow and long, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. And we also need an office for Travis. So ideally he would also have a room for his robotics stuff, which I want him to have as a hobby, and not a hobby only. He is working in this engineering career, but I guess he's tinkering a lot when he's home. So that would be nice too. And what I'm doing now is kind of what I had before, because I'm thinking putting the kitchen over here and having a dining room here. So that's not really, that wouldn't be new and different. And I would have the same issues I had before with how I placed the rooms. So maybe I should put the stairs somewhere completely else to see if that works out. I guess this room has kind of a nice size for a kitchen. And do we want to have a real hallway? I'm wondering. So what if I place a kitchen over there and we will try to get it done by using the furniture as some kind of measurement? Also, we can have the sink centered here, which is always extra nice when this works out. So this could be a solution. Or we will put it here because it's the equal size. Yeah, let's see if this is a good idea, but sometimes the rooms are too big and too small at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason it all doesn't feel to work out for me. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I just realized that my camera died again, right? That's the problem I had yesterday all the time, and that's really sad because I really wanted to wait. My camera hub closed. So, okay, I can reopen it again. There we are. Now I just need to be able to put it in again in this tripod thingy. All right. And also we have a cat next to me, which you probably couldn't see before if the camera worked before, but no, you can't see her. I want to show you because it's so perfect where she's sleeping a lot. And there we are. Yes, this way you can see her, but that's work, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's fine. So probably I can improve a lot of this setup. So because I wanted to have this background behind me showing with my lava lamp, but the cat is more important, I guess. All right, so I will have to wiggle this around a bunch of times, I guess. I'm not happy how this looks right now. But what if... No. Well, now she's licking her feet, which is a nice first impression. She's looking at me like as if she knew and isn't very, very happy about being filmed without me asking her first. Imagine someone just started live streaming you sleeping somewhere and you are not aware what's happening. That's not really nice. And she's just wanting to take a shower or whatever you would call it in cat language. Well, this is new for me as well. So we are in this together. Maybe I don't find this too bad when it's like this. Okay, she doesn't really want to be filmed apparently. Maybe streaming is not for her. So that way I can move the camera back to the lava lamp, I guess. Yeah, she's switching rooms, but at least you could see her for a little bit. And I guess I need to look after her in a moment because she just started meowing. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. So, 1 second. So this way we can have a little bathroom over here, which is guess it's okay. Maybe I should just continue, and I can always alter things later on, but this way I'm not really making any progress, which is also not my plan. So we would have a very big living room and everything is open. So that's not always what I'm aiming for, because I find these very open spaces to be quite difficult to handle sometimes, but also we do have some space for 2 other rooms over here. Now I feel like the floor plan was better before I changed everything up. The upstairs is fine. I will be able to put a bunch of rooms here, so the downstairs area is what I'm concerned about most. There is a bunch of room to section this off as well, but I don't know if that would help at all. So I'm probably going to see if I will just leave it open, and I will have to deal with that then. So if we would put the TV kind of like over here and have 2 doors on each side, does that look very ugly or is it fine? I'm so confused. I feel like I'm making this more complicated for myself than I should. Okay, so I'm just trying to get the floor plan for upstairs done so I can be sure that I don't need to reorganize everything again. Let's just pick any fence for now. Oh great, all the roofs coming here for us to be annoying and making things harder than they should be. But actually I can just maybe somehow sketch some kind of hallway upstairs. So no, I think the rooms were much better before I altered all this stuff, because this, what am I doing? If I'm going back all the way, would that be very stupid? I don't know. I think I am going to do it and see if I can just put the kitchen over there in the back where I like it more, apparently. So, but sometimes it's good to try stuff like this out. So even though this was not working out for me how I wanted, sometimes it's good to have a try it, and some ideas will stick. And okay, we cannot even see what's okay. We are placing this over here, and now everything is back. Yes, very nice. Now that I'm seeing this again, I don't find it too bad. Even though I do want to have the kitchen either in this room or over here, but maybe if we will put the kitchen down here. So let me place some counters so I know this will be the kitchen. Well, this is very a very rough sketch, but with an arch over here, I don't know, this could be quite nice actually. And then in this open space could be the dining room. Or we can have this also open up and have a very big living room over here. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about, because I don't like how the stairs are sticking in here, and I'm not too happy, but I think the upstairs is much better this way because we have a few bigger rooms and also not the biggest hallway here, which would be kind of a waste of space in my opinion. So, well, now I just made it bigger, but we can see how we are going to place this and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, I kind of always have some work in progress when it comes to custom content stuff. So, my latest release is a month or so back, and I made this Chesterfield sofa with, I can show you. It's nice if I'm distracting myself maybe for a little bit from this floor plan issue I'm having, because I feel like I want to switch the house and abandon it. So, wait, height maxes is what I was looking for. So I did make these Chesterfield sofas with Austin Fandler. So I don't know if you know Austin, but he's primarily streaming on TikTok, and we were starting this collaboration, and I kind of messed up because I had my struggles continuing to work on custom content, and I only have finished this sofa set for now. But we are still working on some more additions to it. So, for example, this side table is going to be part of it, and this is still a big mess, as you can see. So I have some items prepared for it, but they are not done at all at this point. So, yeah, and there's still a few items we will need to see if they are going to be added or not. So that's kind of where I'm at with custom content. I do have a bunch of other items always that are not really usable yet, or I have started them, like this table, for example. I do think, I had been working once on this study area with this desk, and this desk is actually kind of done in some way, but I don't have a lot to add to it, and I don't know, my workflow is really I need to work on just publishing stuff, I guess. So I don't know what it is. I'm in some parts I'm wondering how I'm even able to, I don't know, get any custom content done ever, because I always struggle to get things finished. So I always have ideas and I like to start new projects, but really completing them is where I'm struggling most when it comes to this custom content stuff. I guess because sometimes you will you will start things and they come together quite quickly. And then there comes the part which is kind of boring and annoying, where you just have to adjust things for making them work in game, or something is messed up with the sizing, and then something goes wrong with the texture. I don't know. I'm probably also too picky when it comes to making things. Yeah, but I try to work on it, and also I really hope that streaming might help me to get a little bit more chill when it comes to publishing stuff, so that I don't spend too much time just reworking things without really making progress and so on. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I kind of want to be able to just do more and think about it less. In a way, that's one part I would really be able to be better at some point. Big living rooms like this kind of freak me out in The Sims, because what is this? This doesn't look right, and we don't really have very big TV consoles and stuff like this, so yeah, I'm always getting a bit lost when it comes to making big living areas. But maybe we can find a way to make it work in this house. So the kitchen is not going to be very big, but also I want some different counters. These are just placeholders. And I think I'm going to use this base game counter because it's probably the best counter we have in game at this point. I'm probably using it too much, but at the same time I don't care, because it's great that it's base game. And it's so versatile and goes with most houses. So can the trash can please go over here? And I'm not sure if I want this to go all the way around, or if that would look bad again. Yeah, I'm still not really feeling this house. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm wondering if I should just push through and try to get further with it, or if this should be the point where I'm just moving on to another build and not struggle with this until I'm fed up with it. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if I'm getting more furniture for this, it could be better. So I do want them to have a bunch of colorful items in the house. And also it's supposed to look pretty playful in here. So I guess this is coming along. Maybe stuff like curtains and so on would also help to have this space feel more filled. And no, these are awful. Oh my god. Yeah, to fill it up a bit more, it might help, but at the same time it's probably difficult to find curtains that will work here, just because Curtains are always a struggle for me to find, and also I try to not use the same ones over and over. No, blinds are also not a good idea. These kind of work with the sides down. No, these don't work. I'm wondering if I need to move the windows a little bit lower. If that would maybe help. But I don't know how it looks from the outside then. I think it's not... Yeah, it's actually better. So I guess I'm going around and move all the windows a tiny bit lower. I hope that the kitchen plans work out this way, but also we can have one window that's a little bit off otherwise, so that's also not the biggest problem. And I realized this is also better this way, so everything is fine. I'm just exaggerating here and shouldn't worry about it. So maybe this helps us choosing curtains as well. These are way too big, and this way they are too small, so these are also too small. The university ones work pretty well a lot of times. I think those are actually pretty great in here. And I'm wondering if I should use some fun color, especially here for the living room. I guess I should. And then we can place them around and use the white swatch for now, maybe. Or maybe this orange one could go in some rooms. I'm not sure if I want it to be very, very colorful everywhere, but we can always fix it later. So my main goal is to just fill up this big space in this house, and then I can decide later. So let's grab these curtains and fill up the windows. But oh, well, next problem is that they won't go on these bay windows over there. And for the bathroom and the kitchen, we probably also need a different pick. But wait, will they work on the... No, that doesn't really work. Maybe we could use... oh, well, this is going to be more difficult again, but actually to have this all not be too traditional and stuff like this, maybe some blinds wouldn't be too bad actually. No, these are definitely bad. I mean, the pets, my first pet stuff blinds or shades, I don't know, oftentimes work pretty well because we don't have a lot that come in different sizes and so on. but in this case, maybe like this? No, or well. This is very odd, but I kind of like the green ones in here. Am I completely losing my mind right now? I'm not sure. Does it look too weird to use one big and one small one? And do these cover too much of the window overall? Well, I'm going to go with it, even though I don't really like how it looks right now, but I want to try to not get stuck on some random detail like this. And also they come in a lot of swatches, so maybe it helps to give this house the colorful, the colorful details I wanted. No, these are definitely not tall enough. Oh, the cats and dogs ones actually work. And they come in this green swatch, which is much more what I'm looking for. So maybe I'm going to see if I can make those work for me here. And also, I do not find the blind and curtain combination too bad for Travis's office here, just because I guess when he is working on his PC, or maybe he is streaming as well or stuff like this, maybe he wants to have it all very, very dark in here. So do I want to switch the ones here for the cats and dogs ones as well? Because I find the university ones very nice, but at the same time they are a bit more traditional than I might prefer here. So, but those are a bit too wide in my opinion. So I'm confused what I should do. And also this is not very colorful what I'm picking now, so I'm making odd decisions that I didn't plan. Yeah, let's stick with the university ones for now, and I'm going to leave these over there, so it's a bit of a mess, but I guess it's going to come together in the end. And I think I want to have a bunch of bookcases on this wall, just because I'm not really sure what else I should do with all the space back there. So maybe I can find some. I guess one of the base game ones could work here. And I'm trying to not use too many kits in the save file build, so that's what I'm going to avoid. Oh wait, Parenthood is probably a set, a pack that works in this house overall. So we also have quite a bunch of different versions of this Parenthood bookcase, right? Is it Parenthood? No, it's from Kids Room stuff, maybe. Yeah, I see. I think kids' room and parenthood and stuff like this will be the way to go for this house in general. So it's good that I can filter it by that, and that way we can use a bunch of stuff from it and see how it will go with this interior. So probably I want does this look very weird? I don't feel this build, and I'm not sure if it is because I'm not used to streaming me build or if it's the build itself. But it's yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't think about it too much. I guess that's a good idea most of the time, to just continue what you are doing and not worry about it all the time, because that's definitely something I'm struggling with. Where can I get a nice fridge from? So I guess my filtering should go back to show me everything again, and maybe I'm going to use this one. This kitchen is supposed to look not too interesting. I don't think I want the house itself to look very colorful. I just want them to have a bunch of colorful decor, but the house itself should look pretty plain and nicely renovated, if this makes sense. So the things that come with the house, or well, maybe they also put it in, but the what is it? The fixed objects, yeah, also the bathroom appliances I want to completely change up, because those look a bit outdated, and as I said, I want them to have pretty nice appliances and stuff, and kind of modern, but not super modern, but contemporary, probably. And I want them to have a lot of white and light brown stuff in here as well. So that's what I'm filtering for. And again, I think parenthood is giving us what we need in this build. So that's pretty good. So we can have some nice counters in here. Wait, what is the matching swatch for this? This one. Okay, that's good. This works as well. There's quite a bunch of space in this bathroom. So we probably can get a tub and a shower maybe. Oh, this is a bot. I'm going to remove you. Bye bye. Oh, it's not even published to chat. Sorry, I'm not really used to handling my stream and stuff yet, so how do I get rid of this? Okay, I did it. Great. I never really used this one from Dream Home Decorator, but I think in this house it really works out, and I probably should also filter more by Dream Home Decorator, I just realized, because it's probably going to fit this modern interior I'm going for pretty well with the parenthood and kids room stuff. And also Get Famous will have some items I could use here. So I oftentimes really like to filter this out so I can just pull out a bunch of stuff that will be useful. Maybe I'm also going to go with my first pet stuff since I already used the blinds from this set. I mean pack, whatever. So that's probably not too bad. And yeah, did I now check all the ones I wanted is the question. So kids room, my first pet stuff. Tiny living could also have some items we can use. Oh, Dream Home Decorator, I forgot, I guess. Yeah, I did. That should be good for now. And now I hope I will not mess anything up so my filtering doesn't go away again, because that's so annoying every time you spend a lot of time doing this. I don't even know if people really use this filtering option a lot, but I really like it to, as I said, pull out a bunch of items that will fit my vision or whatever. So maybe these paintings can go somewhere. I don't know if they will stay in the kitchen over there, but also the other ones from Tiny Living will probably work out in this house. So I'm going to grab a bunch of items and just put them in the household inventory to keep this in mind. And I'm going to probably just pretty randomly place a bunch of things in every room so we can have a bunch of things we can move around afterwards. Is this too tacky for them? Yeah, I don't feel like that's the vibe I'm going for. So instead, I'm going to focus on more of this yellow, orange, and some kind of teal or whatever the color is. This minty blue. Yeah, I think this, I really like this rug over there, but maybe it's good for here underneath the dining room table. And I don't know if this looks too playful and cartoony for my liking now, but as I said, maybe it's coming together in the end. Oh, hi, a raid? Oh my god, I'm not prepared for this. Hi everyone. I just started streaming again yesterday, so I don't know why I'm freaking out so much, but welcome in. I'm happy you are here. I don't want to have you go again, away again, but welcome. Hi. So that's a good opportunity for me to explain where we are in this build, I guess. So I'm working on a house for summer holiday, and Travis Scott, they are married in my save file, and they have 3 children. Also, Travis has an arcade he is running, and he's also in the engineering career, so he is quite busy. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what we are working on today. And yeah, it's a really big house, and I'm also really struggling with it because all the rooms I made very big, and in the beginning I tried to rearrange the floor plan completely, but that didn't really work out. And now we are here with kind of a small kitchen, a very big open space in the middle, which is kind of annoying me. Over here we have an office for Travis because he is really into gaming and stuff like this too, but he's also, I guess, kind of managing his arcade business from over here. So that's kind of one part of what he is doing here. And also, wait a second, I lost my own stream overview. So you would say Jenny X or Janix for your name? I always wonder because I heard that you can. Yeah, I'm sorry. Or Jen. Jen is also good. So yeah, as I said, I kind of lost my stream overview. But I guess, okay, I can see myself again because yesterday I had a bunch of technical issues with my camera dying on me every time, and now I guess, yeah, it's working. Okay, fine. Sorry for that. Yeah, so also what I wanted to show you from this house, over here we have this garage area. Yeah, it's not really a garage because there's no connection to the street, but it's a shed, and I want Summer Holiday to host her yoga classes from here because she has a dream to also run her own business at some point, which is going to be a spa. So she is by default, I guess, a very active sim. So she still is going to be active and into sports and stuff, but primarily into spa things, I guess. So she is interested in wellness, sports, and not too happy about her stay-at-home mom situation right now, I guess. Oh, you burnt your finger. I'm sorry. How did that happen? That sounds really bad. And it's fine. I'm also probably not, even though the chat is not probably not too overwhelming for anyone experience, but for me it's all very exciting to be live and stuff like this. So I'm not too sad if you are not able to type very quickly because I try to keep up with doing this all at once. And I'm from Germany, so I guess my accent is pretty, yeah, I guess you can hear that I'm not a native speaker, which is not helping with the streaming situation, I guess, since building, talking, reading, everything all at once. Oh, you're also from Germany. That's funny because I also find it sometimes it's sometimes you hear other Germans talk English and it's I don't know if everyone has this problem in any country, but I feel like German people hate to hear other Germans talk in English because I guess it's because you can hear the accent and it's pretty distracting for some reason. So, not distracting, but I don't know what it is. But when I hear people from other non-English speaking countries talking in English, I always find the accents pretty cute and I really like it. And I feel like the German accent is very hard to swallow for people that know what people who primarily speak German sound like in English. I don't know how to explain it, but I find it, yeah, sometimes difficult. Oh, thank you that you think my English is pretty good. I'm watching a bunch of content in English for many years, so I guess that's my main practice I had after being out of school for over 10 years now. So that's helping, but I'm not talking in English a bunch. So maybe I'm getting more used to it once I'm more used to streaming overall. That would be nice. So yeah. What am I doing? I'm just clicking around and this streaming experiencing this experience streaming myself and realizing how much you have to do all at once and trying to pretend that you are not losing your focus is, yeah, really making me appreciate people that do this on a regular basis much more. And I find it pretty impressive what some people are able to do for so many hours. I want to give Travis some kind of desk. And I'm not sure if there is one with the filtering options I've given myself. So I guess, yeah, I should use some more Dream Home Decorator. And I don't think Travis is into sports too much, so I'm not sure if I want to give him this basketball chair. But this chair from high school years has some fun options. So maybe this one, maybe this was some kind of promotion thing he got for his arcade or whatever. I like to imagine that he has a bunch of sponsors over there. So I should save, I realized, because maybe I'm going to show you the arcade for a second, even though I went there in my last stream already and there's not a lot to do right now. It's mostly done, but I don't know why I'm always trying to procrastinate on the things even when I am kind of playing. So this is not too serious, and still I'd like to hop from build to build all the time. But wait, then I would lose all my filters over here, which I set up, and I wanted to make use of them. So maybe I'm trying to make some more progress here until I allow myself to get distracted again. And yeah, we have 3 children in this house. 2 of them are twins and 1 of them is a toddler. So the twins are children already, and then they have a little sister. So we need a toddler room. This room is very small, so maybe I can put all the things back into the inventory again, which is what I really like to do apparently. And then we have 1 bigger room here and a smaller one. But so it would be nice if the twins had mostly similar sized rooms, and then the toddler can have a smaller room. Maybe this narrow one over here, so that we have this room. I don't know what this room is going to be. Or maybe this can be the toddler room like I had it before, and we can get a pretty big bathroom. Because for a big family, it's always nice to have bigger bathrooms. And also the house is pretty big, so we can get some space for this. Maybe not get space, use this space. I'm not sure about it. We could of course also make the parents' room even bigger, just because I don't really feel like the shape of it is too nice at this point. Your German got bad? How did this happen? It was just a little bit difficult to read in German and translate it. I'm trying to continue to speak English, and also it's, yeah, I'm not going to be too strict with it, but obviously I think there is pretty much this rule that you always write in the language the streamer is talking in, but I think it's all right if I understand the language, right? So I'm so new to streaming that I'm always afraid that I will miss some kind of Twitch etiquette or something like this. So just because some people are, yeah, really handling this very very well, in a way that they are so used to it, I guess. Oh, what if we will make the rooms even bigger? Because we don't really need the upstairs hallway space. So we would have enough access for all the rooms over here. Only this one is what I'm a bit worried about. So I could section this off here or here. Okay, Jen, then have a nice day and also have a nice weekend, since it is Friday today. And thank you for hopping by. I hope you enjoyed the little time with me, and maybe we'll see each other next time. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this is a good idea now. This way we would have 2 more rooms, and I don't know if that's good. Interesting. So Yeah, I'm not sure. As you probably heard me say a lot today. The kids' rooms shouldn't be too hard to furnish. And also these cubes from Dream Home Decorator, I wanted to use in Travis's office so he can put some kind of these yeah, we can give him some kind of collection. He's supposed to be super nerdy and into all kinds of games, comics, and everything. Oh, hey, John, how are you? I'm doing fine. I'm working on this build for Travis, Scott, and Summer Holiday today. Here they are. I gave them a little makeover as well since my save file. So this is all for my save file. And oh, this plumb bob is in the way. But my save file is set 10 years later than the default Sims 4 save when you started is. So everyone in this save has been through some kind of progress and aging already. So they are all a bit older and have new relationships and kids and stuff like this. I'm trying to save. It's taking a lot of time right now, apparently. So yeah, that's kind of where we are at right now. And I think I wanted to push through and try to get some work done in the kids' rooms. I promised myself. So after that, I'm allowing myself to take you along with me to show you some more stuff in the safe, just because I really feel like it's what I really enjoy, to just go around and talk a bit about what I've done here. And until then, I want to have a little bit more stuff placed in this house, just so I feel like I've gotten some accomplishments today. I wonder if I have some space for a little breakfast nook in the kitchen. I'm glad you like the layout, because I was really struggling with it, just because I also feel like I have a bunch of plain or weird looking layouts. I guess this is somewhat realistic, but what I'm really not a fan of is this open space over here, just because... Wait, now that I'm saying this, what if I just close... No, I don't want to close this part off, but... Well, maybe I'm making it worse this way, but do you see what I mean? I am not the biggest fan of this entrance area and stuff like this, so... Also, the living room is very big, and I find this always pretty annoying to furnish. So I don't know, maybe I'm too hard with myself here, but the upstairs is pretty nice, I guess, just because you have this hallway going around and pretty good access to all the bedrooms. But overall, I was struggling with this house, I must say. I don't think this bed is fancy enough for this house. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like this bed is what I'm going to stick with. And I'm already getting distracted by what I actually wanted to do, which was just getting some furniture placed into the kids' rooms, which now I am avoiding as well. Maybe I am going to stick with this bed for now, just because all the other ones are not really better. And I realized I messed up my filter options I have set, because I wanted to have access to all these pieces that kind of work together pretty well, I found out. And I really like to use this filter thing to get access to a bunch of interior that's working together, which sometimes it's pretty random, but when you have a pretty good overview of what comes with each set, I feel like it really helps to just pick a bunch of sets and see if they work together or just make them work together. I don't know what I'm saying here, but so there are kind of ways to find more fitting furniture that works together. Yeah, I'm going in circles here, I guess. So for me now, this is Dream Home Decorator, Get Famous, the Kids Room Stuff Pack, and Parenthood. I think that's mostly it. Yeah, the extra space can be very annoying just because you can only have so many, I don't know, side tables and sofas and so on. And also we don't really have, I think what really would help, stuff like built-ins and some kind of yeah, more bookcases and stuff like this, or different options for the wall cabinets. I mean what is it called? Some built-in wardrobes, I guess. So stuff like this would really help sometimes to fill up the spaces, but we don't have a ton of them, so that's making stuff more difficult sometimes. But what I always forget about, which I'm remembering now, I don't need debug and live edit right now, but we do have these wall units, I guess not in the packs that I have selected right now, but these cabinets that are decorative, but very big and take up a bunch of space. Like, yeah, I cannot really show you an example, but also these ones for the bathroom and stuff, I feel like work out pretty well a bunch of times, and I wish we had more options because it's pretty realistic. You don't have to clutter it up yourself. Also, this piece here could work. Yeah, it does. I think this can work in this house pretty well. I don't know if this... I don't know where I want to put it, but I guess we can make use out of it at some point. See, something like this is a little bit harder for me to make use with or use of, just because the spaces inside of it are pretty big and I don't really know what to put inside of it a lot of times, so I'm not sure. Oh, what is your favorite TV show then? I want to know if you want to tell me. And I also like to think of, when I'm building Sims houses, a lot of American TV show layouts for some builds that are pretty much suburban American inspired, just because I think the Sims and how they walk around the house and make use of items is very... I don't know how to explain it, but the TV show layouts are, I guess, pretty good for this. And it's good that you are reminding me of this, because I should look up more floor plans again. I don't think I know Happy Days as a show. I will try to remember and see if I've heard of that. But I think they use a bunch of open space in TV shows. What will go on this shelf? I'm confused. But also, they make a lot of spaces like this where furniture is just placed in pretty weird spaces. So this is not too weird in this case, but I think you would be pretty rich if you had a big living room like this and enough space to place it like this. I don't know how to explain myself right now, but I feel like in The Sims and in TV shows there is some kind of overlap how furniture is placed. If this makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. So I still have only placed 2 beds in the kids' room, which was not my goal here. I wanted to fill the kids' rooms up a bit more and thought it would be easy, but apparently it's not. And now I'm continuing to furnish random rooms, so maybe I should just stop explaining what I'm trying to do so no one is confused why I'm constantly not doing what I'm telling you I want to do. I don't know if you are confused by it, but I am confusing myself, I guess. I guess I should go into live mode in a second just to see what kind of hobbies the kids have and the personalities again, because I forgot and I want to have that reflect in their rooms. And it also helps for me to pick out some toys and decor and so on. So that would probably help to get more things in here. Oh, they should really have this void critter station somewhere, just because Travis would probably get one for them, especially because they have one in the arcade, and he probably would really want his kids to be into games the same way he is. I don't know if they are able to use it. And now I am having the same problem I always have, that I want to have stuff to fill up this random open big space. And I do have a bunch of space in this house, but still these items, I don't know where to put them at all. And that's so, yeah, a little bit confusing for me every time I'm building. So let me save again, just because my game crashed a bunch of times yesterday. And then I can go and see how I can furnish the kids' rooms to reflect the interests of the kids. Yeah, so we have Tristan and Timothy. I don't know why Tristan is not at school right now. Tristan I put into the scouts team. And Timothy is very bad at school and doesn't have an after school activity going on. He is in this oh, I forgot about the formative moments. This would be so fun to put up in game and in my save file, I mean. So Tristan is wanting to become a whiz kid, so he is into science stuff, I guess. He's a genius. Okay, I have so many, you can like deep thoughts. I have so many sims in the save that I constantly need to look up what I have done for them and to see about their interests and stuff like this. So Spring is still a toddler, so that way we cannot really predict what's going on for her. But I would just choose anything. I don't know if you can hear this, but my neighbors' kids are running around, and sometimes I don't know how to explain it, but there is some kind of noise here. If you are wondering what it is, if you can even hear it, I don't know. I realize I cannot hear my game sound, and I would like to. Maybe my headphone is not. I will see if it's because maybe it needs to be charged. No, maybe it's just disconnected. It's not too bad because I'm just building and stuff, but no, I accidentally. Oh, no. Okay. Now I'm having a problem. I just disabled Bluetooth from my PC. I hope you can hear me still. I need to unplug my mic for a second. Then I need to connect my other mouse so I can connect my main mouse I'm using. Yeah, it's a whole ordeal, so you will probably not hear me for a second. It's very funny to me that I'm having so many technical issues every time I'm trying to stream now. Okay, I hope you can hear me again. It looks like you can, which is good. I can hear the game sound again, which is also great. And I can use my mouse again. I don't want to do this Forever Friends event. Oh yes, having the outside match the layout of the inside is also pretty annoying, and I'm putting a bunch of time into it every time I'm building so that it kind of lines up with each other, because I find that pretty frustrating too. That's yeah, it really, building is really, I don't know. I guess in The Sims, it's, I mean, I guess being an architect and stuff like this is hard as well, but in real life, you are not really too. Um, I mean, in The Sims, I guess I really like a bunch more symmetry, and I don't know, stuff like having windows on different heights and stuff like this in real life. I don't know, not different heights, but you have a bunch of houses in real life where, for example, you would have a wall like this on the side, and there might be just one window just randomly placed over here or something. Not, maybe not like this. Maybe this is also not good architecture then, but it's pretty realistic. And when you sometimes look up houses and want to build them in The Sims, it's so frustrating because doing this in the game really looks super dumb. Like even this wall being empty, and I already have windows over here, I have a chimney breast over here, so what am I going to do with this? I guess I'm going to cover it with some kind of landscaping and bushes and so on, but in real life, you don't really think, you don't go around and see a nice house and then you're really annoyed that one wall is off and empty, because you, maybe it's also mostly when I'm looking at my own builds, but I feel like in this game you have to be, yeah, I don't know. You have to look away a lot if you don't want to be annoyed by stuff like this. So, did I place enough stuff in the kids' rooms? No, definitely not. And also I went into live mode just to get a picture of the brothers' personalities. So maybe I can see if I can find some fitting decor. So one of them is a genius and the other one is mean and bad at school. So I don't know what kind of hobbies he should have. We could also go with some kind of cliche that he's really into dark stuff and so on. I don't know if I want to have one have a bunk bed and the other a regular bed. But we can maybe go with this whole space theme. So since I forgot if it was Tristan or Timothy, the game names are pretty similar, obviously, but maybe, wait, we do have this one bunk bed from, is it also from Dream Home Decorator? No, we have one bunk bed that has a bunch of paintings and stuff on it, and I think it's space related as well. So if I could find this, that would be really cool. And what if Tristan, I think it was Tristan, the mean one, right? So the mean kid, maybe he is also a nerd like now I'm getting really confused myself because I chose T names for the boys resembling Travis's name, so Travis Scott, the father, and then I have yeah, this, for example, is spring to have it reflect the summer holiday name. And now I'm really getting confused myself how anyone here is named. But But maybe the mean brother is into gaming just because it really fits the whole family interest with Travis having this arcade and so on. So I think that's a good idea. I want to stick with. So I would like to find this space-themed bunk bed. And probably growing together will also have a bunch of things we can use, right? Since this house is so focused on the family stuff. Even though the parents seem to be more into their own projects. I made up for them. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. So let's go through the swatches. I don't need the lower one. So, well, we do have a space bedding on this one. I also really like this. Is this actually stuff that's hinting at adventure awaits just from growing together? Does this count as a hint, or am I exaggerating here? Oh, I thought we had one which has some kind of space-themed paintings on it, but apparently it's not. It's a space-themed bedding. Well, this is kind of space-themed, and we have this space bedding. My only problem is the dark wood, just because I didn't really use any of that in this whole house. So maybe I'm going to neglect this and see if I like any of the swatches without the bunk part. Dinosaurs also work quite well, but let's just use the dark brown, and it's not too bad. We can have different colored wood included in this house. It's not that I need to stick with it too much, because that's yeah, a lot of times it's very annoying when you make this up in your head and you want to follow one color theme completely, but it's only restricting you in using certain items, so I don't like that. I think I want to put the desk over here, and I don't know about the mirror though, because I feel like it doesn't really help our kids' room here, but maybe the other brother can have a mirror. I do want to have this Snowy Escape kids, what's it called? The science table would be cool. So this one can really work on the sciencey stuff it's interested in. Maybe I'm going to filter by blue in hopes to find more science related things. Space, I mean. Should the nerdy kid, not nerdy, the genius be also quite messy maybe? It would probably help to have some different wallpaper to make this look more kids friendly and fun. Or what if I will make the bathrooms a little bit more... I'm not sure where I want this to go. I rarely use these wallpapers from Parenthood, even though I really like them, but I don't get a lot of use out of it. And we don't have a ton of fun wallpapers that look not too tacky and flashy, so maybe I can make use of them in this build. And choose one for every kid. That would be nice. But if I use it for the bathroom, is it too much to use it in all the kids' rooms? I'm not sure. You do have a few DLCs, but not all of them. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky to have all of the big DLCs we have, but I stopped buying kits at some point for no particular reason apart from being somewhat overwhelmed with the amount of kits we have at this point. So I wanted to, yeah, I don't know, since I'm kind of, since my job kind of is related to The Sims making CC and stuff, I always have this reason for myself to purchase everything that's coming out. But at some point with all the kids now, I'm not really strict on not buying them or something, but I don't feel like I need them because I'm excited for new stuff anymore, which is pretty odd because that's what's been happening with most of the sets, even though a bunch of them didn't really look that great at all and so on, but I still kind of wanted to continue having everything available for me. So that's pretty odd, I guess, that they are producing so many extra purchasable items now that people like me that are pretty open to buying whatever they put out there, which is probably a really weird relationship to have with DLC, but I guess it's also because of how I said, me being kind of reliant on doing it for continuing to make CC and see if there are pieces I can use for CC, like textures and stuff like this. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this kit thing is something that's really annoying a bunch of people. I know you are not talking about kids right now, but I am apparently. I would like to have something to go underneath this bunk bed, and maybe I'm going to put a little sofa into it because I want I don't know what I want here, but I do like how this is coming together now, I guess. And I'm not really sure why I made the boys' rooms blue now, both of them, which is pretty stereotypical. Oh, maybe I want to use this sofa instead. Wait, let me just compare the swatches. No, this one is pretty dark and it almost looks like it's built into this bunk bed, which is cool. I do like the green. Maybe I can make one of the rooms less blue. There was this wallpaper as well, right? Oh, now I messed up my filter options. That's really annoying every time you put up all these filters and then you use this eyedropper tool to get one wallpaper or anything and then all the filters are gone again. I wish there was a way to set them so they are not deleting themselves every time you do this. Maybe I'm going all cliche and give the little sister this heart wallpaper and have this green one over here. But I don't even really like it in this room. What if I use this gray? And then we can use a bunch of decor on the walls. And also curtains are missing still. So I don't want to have this kids' room be really gray, but I really liked the one I had in this room before with this rug and this curtain over here. I think that was matching very well. And the mean kid could have this burglar plushie in a color that's matching the room, maybe? Or maybe not. Maybe we can incorporate some red because we have red over here as well. Is this too colorful? One here? I'm not sure. I also don't know why I'm so particular about everything every time. I want to see if I can find some curtains, I guess, because that would really help probably to pull it all together. Wasn't there some kind of space? Oh no, this stars-themed one is very much not in the colorway that would fit in this room here. Should I maybe move all the windows a little bit down? Yeah, I think that's better. And it doesn't really bother me from the outside, which would be annoying. I can hear a cat coming, so I will see if she wants to hang out with us. And if she doesn't, I may be going to use this opportunity to get myself a little snack and something like this and play with her if she needs that. But oh, she's already coming here on her own. She's very vocal, so don't be confused why she's talking so much. She's always doing this. Yeah, I'm going to come back either with a cat or a snack, or maybe both. I will see. I don't know. I don't know what she wants from me right now. Hello. So Cat is here. You probably can't see her, but maybe she's also coming down with me again. I don't know. we have a cat with us, and I need to set a timer because I put a pizza in the oven. So I need to use my PC for that, just because my phone is what I'm using right now to record this stream. So I'm trying to make this work. Also, I want to try to move my camera a little bit, so maybe you can also see the cat a little bit better, because she has this place right next to me, which is really cute, I think, and also perfect for streaming, obviously. Wait, can I move this up a little bit and then... No, this way This is a cat. You cannot really tell, but it is. Yeah, she's probably going to sleep, but it would be nice if you can see her as well, I think. So how about this? This way my whole arrangement is a little bit off, but maybe we will just go with it, since this way the cat is a little bit in the picture. It's not too easy. This way, maybe. That's good, right? I mean, I am a little bit uneven, but at least we have the cat in the picture, and that's most important. The star of the show. She doesn't even have any ability to decide, but I hope she doesn't care to be on the internet without her permission. So I wanted to set a timer, right? Just so I will not miss my pizza in the oven. Probably 10 minutes left now. I didn't preheat it, so yeah, I hope it will not well, I hope I will hear it, since I had problems hearing the sounds from my PC with my headphones. So let's see if this is going to work. So where were we? I guess we have been tackling the kids' rooms, right? And we have this one empty room over here still. If I'm going to copy the bathroom stuff upstairs, I will have so many more pieces up here and a bunch of more space that's already filled. So that's maybe a good idea to do. I could maybe put a bath and shower combo in this room, so we have maybe only a tub in this and then a shower as well in the other one. Now there's not really place for a toilet if I put it like this. No, not sell it. Let's keep it for now. What if Travis is very much into technology, right? What if we will use this toilet? Because I think I have used it in his arcade as well, and maybe we can imagine that he invented this. And that's how he got enough money to purchase his arcade build. Would that be a good storyline? I think that would be funny because there's not a lot of options or opportunities to use this very goofy toilet, which is talking to your Sims and stuff like this. And it's, maybe I will put it for now, just to see if I like it. I mean, I don't really like it, how it looks and stuff like this, but to see if I like how it fits in with the story for this family. Oh, this one looks less. Wait, yeah, it looks also very space-like, but it looks like a very overpowered bidet or so. So maybe that one would be better than this one. And it's cheaper, but that's not really. I don't really care about the money in this household. So they can everything that fits. We don't need to keep any budget in mind or something like this, so that's fine. All right, and then I cannot decide yet if I want to have maybe only a toilet in this small bathroom over here. I will see what I'm going to do, but if I want to use this sink as well, there's not a lot of space in here left. I mean, I can make it work some way, but I don't really like to use super tiny and squished spaces in a big house like this, I guess. So yeah. I do think this is coming together now. Now that I've been upstairs a little bit more in this house, not yeah, in real life I'm upstairs too, actually. But what did I want to say? Yeah, now that I'm seeing this again, I think it's not too bad actually. So I'm glad I finally am getting there with this house, because it was in the beginning I didn't find it too easy to make it work and so on. So that's good. And it's also filled up a bunch more, which is nice as well. So can I get some nightstands for this bedroom maybe? I should. I guess these ones are not too bad. I tend to use them more and more. These are from high school years, and I think the shape of them is really good, and the amount of detail, and also they come in a bunch of useful swatches. I'm still not too sure if I want to keep this bed in their room. This one is very fancy, but the color theme matches here quite well. I'm not sure about this corner over there, I must be honest with you. So maybe I can also see if I can move the whole room around a little bit again. I think this is much better this way. Yeah, I like this. And this is probably more suited for the kids' room, this little messy thing. This rug seems to be a bit random in here for me, to me. Yeah, not sure about that. So we need more toddler stuff for the little girl in this house. Maybe the potty can go into the bathroom. Oh, and I should definitely use one of the toddler high chairs. We do have some room left in the kitchen, so maybe I can just put it here. This table is a bit random. Let's get rid of it for now. I realize we don't have any stove or anything in the kitchen yet. And I'm still not sure if I shouldn't just... Yeah, let's put the toddler high chair maybe somewhere differently. My timer went just off, so it's time for me to eat, hopefully. Hopefully my pizza is ready, so I'm going to get it, and I hope you don't mind me eating on stream. So, see you in a second. So I've got some food. Can you see? It's not looking too pretty. It's actually a bit messy. I don't know how this is going now. But I thought I might just eat here on stream. Otherwise, yeah, I definitely need to eat. I don't know why I'm explaining myself. Everyone needs to eat. Oh, this is completely matching the bunk bed. So, yeah, I'm just going to start eating. And see if I can build a little bit, and I don't know, everything. I just try everything out for this streaming stuff to see what works and what doesn't, and yeah, I think that's a good way to go for me. I do realize I feel a bit weird to eat live on the internet. So maybe next time I'm going to try and eat beforehand, or just really take a break. I'm not sure yet. But it's fine. There's this new little bunny thing. Does it work? It probably is working as a nightlight. That's pretty cool. But I find it a bit small. I want it to be bigger. Because it's so nice. It's very cute, right? So we need a toddler bed, and the bunny shouldn't be floating, so some kind of little table maybe next to it. Will it go on this one? Oh, that's so sweet. I do think I like the rainbow actually, but also the caterpillar is cute. No, I think I'm going to go with the rainbow because it will be pretty difficult to place. Oh, or the mountains. The mountains go pretty well with this leafy theme we have going on here, maybe. Well, I can always change it up later. I didn't realize we got so many nightlights recently because this little acorn also works as a nightlight. I mean, why not have more than one in one room, right? If it matches so well. I would like to incorporate some different colors in here though. Some more purple, and this is kind of yellowy, so maybe we can create a whole color theme around it, around the curtain and what we have going on here overall. This base game bookcase is pretty ugly, but just because I don't like how it's going wider at the top, but it matches color-wise, so I'm going to try and use it. And also we need some changing tables, so this one fits the color theme again very perfectly. That's good. Seeing stuff like this, now that... So, do you see this papercraft thing from Growing Together? When did Growing Together first come out? Like 2 years ago or so? So, I'm always wondering, with these hints, we call them, if it's actually that they started creating this paper crafting hobby for kids, and then they decided, no, just like, let's just make some clutter, and we can make a whole other set with these 5 different things we came up with, and then they are going to abandon it for months or even years and then incorporate it in some completely different pack. Because why did they make this a few years back when now is the time that we have this paper crafting hobby? I'm always very confused when I see things randomly, and maybe I'm overinterpreting it. Maybe it doesn't really make sense to think about it like this, but I find it pretty strange a lot of times. I would like some more actual pieces for the kids' room here, the toddler room, I mean. But I'm just finding decor things that I put in it. I don't know if I've ever seen this poster, but it's really, really cute. It doesn't really fit any other room. I don't know if toddlers would have posters, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know why they wouldn't, but they can't hang them up by themselves, I guess. And I don't know if a toddler would, I mean, not a toddler, if a parent would hang the toddler posters up like this. This always looks very kids or teen room related to me. So I'm going to use these, I guess. Maybe those are the favorite. Oh, those are clipping. That's too bad. Maybe those are the favorite artists of this kit. I don't know. Oh, this is perfect because this kid is supposed to be in the scouts team. So maybe they also like to go to Camp Gibby Gibby at some point. Maybe they've been, I don't know yet. But that's some nice decor. I'm not the biggest fan of having the science table in the kids' room. Maybe I'm going to get rid of it again, just because it looks so weird, especially in a small room like this. I'm also not the biggest fan of having this small window over here in this room. But if I want to have it in another room, it would mean that I would have to rearrange a bunch of stuff. And I don't know if that's the best idea now. So I probably should ignore it and just put a curtain above it. Especially because I need to use some curtains at some point anyway now. And I haven't found some that I liked earlier. No, maybe I can just hide it behind some blinds completely. Maybe that's a way to deal with it. To just get rid of it in some way, visually. And maybe since I have used so many colors here, I'm going to go with gray. Oh, I don't like how narrow this blind is on this window. So I'm probably just using this size twice. Even though it's going to be on different heights and stuff. This is kind of painful for me to do like this. Oh, my pizza is not in the best shape. And I also am not really the best at multitasking right now. I need to get some kind of... Oh, some tissues over here. That's right. I guess at some point I will be so annoyed with this situation that I do want to move the kids' room to a whole other area. I mean, I could... Oh no, what am I doing? I could make use of this two-room situation here, and then I wouldn't have one empty room that I don't know what to do at this point, so maybe it would also solve some problems. It's probably going to be a lot more work than necessary. So maybe I'm going to tackle a whole different area, which is this yoga studio that Summer has going on here in the back of the house. So she's for now just having this little shed for herself to host her yoga classes. But I mentioned before that she is dreaming of owning her own spa, because with businesses and hobbies this is completely possible. And yeah, I think I like this idea that she is hosting yoga classes in the back for now until she can fulfill her dreams. So should we put, yeah, I think it's nice if we will put some in the back, not in the back, put some inside. And I realize this room is a bit too small for it, so I'm going to make it a bit bigger. This is a bit too close, probably. It's still quite small, but that's okay. I guess it will work, right? Should it be all pink? For some reason, I feel like Summer would like pink a lot. Maybe not wearing a bunch of pink, but I never know in which way the yoga mats are supposed to face to work probably, but maybe we can also do a test yoga class to see if this layout is good like this. Did I just save or not? I don't know when I last saved, but better be safe than sorry. Wow, that's a good saying when you're just saving for real. I don't really remember how you do this. Well, apparently you just host a yoga class. Just any. I want to see how this is going. And if people are going to show up for the class, just like this. No one's coming right now, but Summer's just starting, or is she waiting? You like sports, right? No one's coming. And it's cancelled. Do we first need to promote it? is famous too is Summer too unpopular? Now she's sad because of some random milestone, but okay, she is. No, you are not going to cry in your son's bed. Mm. Let's see if promoting it once already helps. Maybe it does. I just wanted to test this. I mean, I guess I could test it creating a club. Oh, is this Akira? Okay, our first participant. That's great. You mean if I am watching or playing a sport? Not really. I did do tennis when I was younger, but I haven't been playing tennis in many, many years. And I tried some jogging, like going for a run, but I've abandoned this recently as well. But I do sometimes, when I feel very stiff, I don't really I'm not really experienced in yoga, but I like to do some stretches and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing for workout. So I would really like to improve it. I did this summer. I did just for fun play some badminton and volleyball, and I had a bunch of volleyball in school when I was younger. So I'm sorry, I feel like I have stuff between my teeth. And it was really fun, but I was struggling to find local places where I can join people to do it. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm stuck. So I do want to, at some point, um, participate in more sports. Wait, why do I not make use of the businesses and hobbies function that I can use this as some kind of business space? Because that way, I think it would be so nice if people would just come here. And I mean, if you can use this yoga space also from outside of this household, because that would be much more useful, I guess. So I probably will mm, try that. Yeah. Sorry for speaking while my mouth is full. Okay, great. Mm, this is so cool. I had this pop up yesterday already, and it's from Adventure Advaits now that you can recall childhood moments even though your Sims are already adults and you never played with their childhood. And I really like that they incorporated it. So Summer's now going to pick one formative moment from her childhood, and I really hope there's something that will reflect her love for wellness, maybe even. But maybe it's going to be sports overall. Or maybe something different. We can also give her something else that will match it. Um, so, um, scientist collector, that's all not really what I have in mind for her. Maybe she wanted to be a star, like an actress when she was younger. I don't know. No, that's not really no. Um, I do want her to be really focused on sports, but at the same time, I find it a bit boring. So maybe she could also be into horses. I feel like Summer could be somewhat of a horse girl. It's not really useful, but it would give her some kind of personality additionally. So I think I'm going to go with this. But I should also then give her some form of horse skill if I haven't yet. No, she doesn't have any horse skill. So let's cheat her horse riding skill up. Horse skill. Um, Horse riding, it's called. Okay. How experienced should she be? Maybe it's something she did as a kid, but she abandoned it. So let's give her level 3. And that's it for now. And also, let's see if we can register her yoga business so she can have her yoga studio work in this way, which would be much more useful than just doing it with the spa day functionality. I'm going to alter the name a different time. I'm not really too inspired when it comes to giving things or people names like this, I feel like. But maybe something around summer. So what about something like sunshine? Summer sunshine stretches. I don't know. Sunshine, sunray. Hmm. Sunshine stretch. That sounds stupid. Sunrise. Sunrise yoga. Stretch until summer. No. No, I can't find any name. Oops. Let's just call it yoga for now. Very boring, but people are going to do yoga here, nothing else. It's not that special. Should they do anything else? I guess not. They're just supposed to come here, go to yoga with Summer, and that's it. I find it a bit sad that we cannot give them more space here because the shed in the back is pretty small and I don't want to make it a lot bigger since I already sized it up, so I don't think this makes a lot of sense. I guess people should have a little bit of wellness skill that come here. And also let's give the customers specific traits. So it's all not necessary, but it's like the target audience she wants to have around here. Should we do primarily female Sims just because it's probably more realistic? even though I hate to put in this binary stereotypical stuff, sometimes at the same time I find it kind of funny to lean into it. And it can be kind of immersion breaking if, for example, if you have 5 male elders joining her class, but actually let's stop this. We don't want to feed into gender norms with this stuff much more. But at the same time, I already started doing it with her kids' rooms, so I don't know. I don't know why I'm I just don't know. Overachiever maybe. Um, so idealist, high maintenance, generous. Why did I choose generous Sims for yoga class? Probably also active Sims, right? Since they would be into any kind of movement, but at the same time, no, because yoga is not the same as any sports, I guess. So I think high maintenance is the most important one for me to target. But now that I think about it, I will make it primarily females. Yeah, even though I find it kind of stupid, but that's kind of also the point. So, young adults and adults, wellness skill, and ambitious, high maintenance, idealist, vegetarian, overachiever, and female. And since this is kind of private yoga classes, they would probably be kind of expensive, maybe. And we do need a ticket kiosk as well, I guess. So that's something I'm going to put in here as well, which makes this space pretty cramped. Ooh, why is my game struggling so bad right now? Should I save again? I feel like I'm saving a lot today, but yeah, why not? Now I dropped some tomato. I want to see if it would be possible to make this little outhouse even bigger. I want definitely to have the ticket kiosk inside, I guess. Okay, this is too... Oh, I still have the feeling that I have something between my teeth. Maybe I should drink. So what's good is that this way we can place the yoga mats a little bit more apart from each other, so there's a bit more space. But yeah, okay. So this is public. Everything else should be residential. But we also, I guess, we need some toilet the guests can use. So that's another problem now. So if I make this a public toilet, people will come here. But that could also be a reason for me to close off this area, which would be good because that's something that's been annoying me all this time, that it's also open here. But at the same time, it means that I will have to find a way to make use of this space in a closed off way, which is also not too easy maybe. I'm not sure. So this can be public, this, and everything else is supposed to be residential then, so people will use the entrance over here, which probably means they are going to run around the house here. I think that's fine though. So maybe this could be another bathroom for now, at least. Especially because I don't know what else to do with this room now. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad, actually. I do not really like this situation. But with an arch, it's also not too bad. I should probably get the same arch as I have here. Not in the same size, but we do have a bunch of options today. All right, so this is probably okay, right? Can I maybe, but yeah, if I'm completely honest, I'm not super happy about this situation, especially. So what if I change this around just a tiny bit? I don't want to make the biggest mess now because I actually just said I am fine with how it looks, but what did I just try to change? Oh yeah, my goal here was to... One thing is, I don't really like how this room is for some reason registered as a separate room. I don't really get when the game does this and why it does it. If I'm doing this, is everything going to be deleted? No. At least that's not happening. Okay, now I fixed this room. And yeah, now that this is aligned, I'm much happier with this. And we will need to have this as a separate area just because of the situation with the yoga class. So, and did I mess up the upstairs now? I kind of did. Oh no. So I will have to do some adjustments now. Oof, that's not how I planned this to go. Yeah, that's not how this was supposed to be now. But I've come a long way overall, so it's not all bad. I should just continue and not think about it too much, I guess. That's mostly the best way to handle things when I'm not sure about something in the build. So, yeah, maybe it will work. Maybe it will. This room has gotten a bit smaller now, but that's not the biggest issue. It still is enough space, but what I don't really like is that this room is much bigger for the sibling. Oh, and also we have some part of the roof sticking in here, but we can't fix it just like this, so that's good. I think I will leave the upstairs for now like this, because at least I have fixed the downstairs problem. And oh wait, what's even better is if I'm going to not make this one the public bathroom, but this one, because the guests, I mean the yoga class participants, are not really supposed to go into this bathroom situation with the whole shower and stuff like that. So this way we can just make a bathroom that's only having a toilet. Maybe we can also put the washing machine or something in here to fill it up more, but it's much better when we don't have well, actually probably it would be practical if you go to this yoga class to also take a shower there, but at the same time it's not really realistic to take a shower at someone's house that's hosting this yoga class just in their garage. So I guess I want to have some washing machine situation here, even though maybe people are going to use it. That might be odd, but it can also be funny, and we can never have the most realistic situation in The Sims anyway, I guess, so we will have to deal with it like this. So I should also place some laundry hampers everywhere now that I'm doing this. And yeah, then we can also put a toilet. So maybe this is realistic that you have this kind of utility room and you also use it for your business then. But we are going to use this weird toilet again. I will see if I will get rid of them again, but I think it is kind of funny if Travis installed these really high-tech toilets in the whole house. Okay, maybe I am going to test it then again, since we have placed everything for this yoga situation. I think I want this to be centered with the window instead. And we can also just grab a mirror. As well as move the top over here in the middle. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to see if the business stuff is working this way. So the business is open now. Oh, I should hit play as well. And we will see if people are going to come to our class already. Maybe I could, neighborhood gem is actually a quite fitting description to this. So maybe I can cheat up this stuff a little bit to see. Going viral. Does this help with... Okay, it does give us more customer satisfaction. But is there anything that increases more customers coming here, or does this not really change? I don't know what perks we would need. We don't really need any. This is just supposed to be functional. There's some kind of neighbor maybe coming here because I don't think this is a customer, right? It would be a bit annoying if people don't really get that they are only supposed to go in here through the back of the house. But no, this person, I think, doesn't really want to come to our business. But these people are probably. Are they going to come? No, this person is not coming to our business. It would be really neat if they would... This person came, okay, but... So if I'm going to do a private yoga, is yoga class even really working with this pack? I'm so confused because I guess I should set Summer to host yoga classes, but is this even a thing? Or is she supposed to be doing mentoring then? This is really confusing. And also this mentoring thing, I don't really get it. Because you cannot set any particular skill that's going to be taught. And that's also really annoying me. So I feel like this whole set pack is... I don't know. Businesses and hobbies is actually great in some ways, but on the other hand, is also really flawed in my opinion. And I don't want to have people go to a class, um, to a yoga class where Summer is holding a lecture. That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to try and have her offer paid mentoring. And I just realized my, what's it called? My fire alarm is just beeped. So I need to, yeah, it's I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's not a fire here. So I'm going to come back in a second. Maybe, no, there's a thunderstorm. I don't want to have any random Sims die while I'm gone for a second. So also, why are Sims still always lining up in the front of the lot like this, piling up and until your PC can handle it? I really don't like this. I sound like I hate this game. I really like this game, but there's just always so much stuff that's annoying. So I'm going to be back in a second. There we are. All right, so let's see how this is going now. And if Summer is going to... yeah, we can hire a yoga instructor, we can teach a yoga class, obviously. But what are people actually... They are now hanging out in the bathroom. That's not what I wanted them to do. Let's have her teach a private yoga class for the people that are showing up here. And maybe other people are going to join as well. Can you please start? I mean, it's not helping that my PC is really struggling with everything going on in the game, but I mean, everyone is just frozen right now. Almost everyone. But it would be nice if she would do this yoga class thing, at least. No, it's not working. But it could also be my PC, but... well... it could also be Sims 4. Let me try and put this whiteboard here and see if that helps. But maybe I will need to look up how people are doing this, because there must have been so many people frustrated if this is not working to probably teach yoga with businesses and hobbies, because making a yoga studio was possible before, so it would be so stupid if it's not really possible to do it with the pack, which is completely made to be able to do stuff like this. So we can do a wellness class. And a parenting class. So does this mean if... okay, she can't access it. Is it because of this yoga mat here that she can't access the whiteboard? This game sometimes really is a struggle. I'm going to just put it anywhere. So let's try again. No, why is it that you can't get to this whiteboard thingy? Did I put it too far into the wall? Okay. Now she is starting her wellness lecture. I'm just really wondering if people are going to do yoga, because that's the whole point of this business. I'm going to cheat her needs because I don't have... oh, everyone should be fixed here. I don't want to have any nothing bad happening while we are just testing this. Oh man. Mm, yeah, great. Can I don't want to really play through this. I just want to know now two people are on this mat together. This game is such a mess. I'm sorry for being so negative about it. Well, actually, I should, because this is not really fun, right? Okay, she can continue with this wellness lecture. Maybe we can get um some other cool or better options for us to do stuff here then, hopefully. I accidentally put the yoga mat, the instructor mat in here. Oh, but everyone, oh, now maybe I messed it up by placing it, but everyone started to do yoga, so that's good. Now I cannot click. Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting ahead of myself because I was excited that everyone was doing yoga, and then yeah, let's try to continue with this lecturing stuff, because maybe that's what caused everyone to start doing yoga and stuff like this. So no, maybe not. Maybe they have been doing it because they wanted to. Okay, in a minute you will have done the lecturing part. But it's not really working, I feel like. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to compliment this Sims outfit. I want to do something so she's going to get focused. But also I have UI cheats, so I can just cheat through this. Yeah, it's more about just talking and hoping that someone is going to do some yoga, but they not really are. I'm really confused why teaching yoga classes is not part of the businesses and hobbies options. That's really disappointing me right now. But maybe I'm going to leave it here and just have this be Summer's business for now and see if I can fix it someday somehow. I don't know. Is this broken, or why is here such a mess everywhere? Did someone pee themselves or what? Okay. I'm going to close the business now. Well, at least we got a bunch of money from it, but that's also not what I'm here for, because I just wanted to set this up so it's fun to come here and so on. But maybe I should go in with another household and see what it's like when you come to the slot. If then maybe summer holiday, or yeah, probably there probably won't be anyone teaching yoga classes, but I want to see what it's like when you get to the lot wow, I don't know what I just did to my hair. I don't know what it's looking like, but it feels very strange right now. Um, so I want to see what it's like when you come to the lot and just see. And maybe we can also try to have someone hired. I don't know if that helps even. Because if Summer can't teach a yoga class, why should someone else be able to? Maybe we can go with Cassandra Goth. She's also living here in Newcrest, and I would also like to show you the house I built for her, just because it's not, maybe not this style you would expect for Cassandra. And also Cassandra is also supposed to have her own business at her house. Maybe Newcrest is some kind of entrepreneurial haven for people to start small businesses. I don't know. But Cassandra is supposed to be teaching either only piano or violin or both. I guess both is more convenient for gameplay, probably, but yeah, that's kind of the vision I'm having for Cassandra's business and home, so that she is living in this townhouse, hosting classes from there. Yeah, let's see if Cassandra can enjoy a yoga class at Summer's house. So for Cassandra, I chose this pretty maximalist interior. It's obviously not furnished all the way, but I wanted her to not have this super dark interior, right? So she does like green and pink. Perfect that I also gave her a yoga mat. Yeah, and there's still a lot to do, obviously, but I kind of like her being not super much into this red and black color theme that her mother, Bella, is having going on. And I don't know why I put her in this clubbing club. It doesn't have a real name yet. I think Cassandra shouldn't be part of it because I want her to be in a band actually that she had in high school already. This is her band. Something relating to vampire or werewolf. So this is from the Werewolves pack, this poster, but maybe something called something with fangs. I'm not sure yet. But she has 3 cats. One is still a baby, and yeah, that's kind of what Cassandra's life is looking like in my save file. So at this time it's 4 a.m. and even though I'm just playtesting, I kind of want to not go out randomly and have her go to Summer and Travis's house at 4 a.m. to go to the yoga class. Also, now that I'm here in her household, oh, I did set this up with Lisetta Hastings, which is her love interest. They are not having a lot of romance going on here, so I'm going to put this up a little bit more. Apparently, she's also having a thing going on with Pascal Curious, so that's interesting. A townie I have added from The Sims 2, he is. Sorry that I haven't gotten you a bed yet. I was about to give her one, but that would mean that the time is not passing, which we are waiting for, so that we can go to the yoga class in a second. But yeah, I kind of like how her house turned out, and I did have some plans for the basement here as well, since this is some kind of townhouse area in Newcrest. The weather is not giving this justice right now, because I think this area, Newcrest, is one of my favorite areas to build in, just because we don't really have a lot of spaces where the lots are so close together that you really can create your own neighborhood, which is so nice. So did I just cheat up the weather? Because I want you to see it, how it looks when it's nice outside, since this can really change how it's looking and so on. And yeah, this is a house where, interestingly, Bob Pancakes is living in this part on the right, and on the left is going to be Nina Caliente's house. Another story for another time, I guess, but our girl Cassandra is now, I guess, 9:30-ish is a good time to go to the yoga class. Maybe we can take. Oh, Lisetta is not available right now. But maybe she is apparently acquaintances with Morgan Fires, so maybe we can take Morgan with us to the yoga class. Maybe that's fun. So let's see if this is working. My game is loading so slowly, it's kind of annoying me more and more, especially while streaming. It's getting even worse, obviously, since my PC is trying to handle more stuff at the same time. I was just seeing if the cat woke up. Can you even see her properly? I have such a small window open where I can check if my stream is going all right. So yeah, you can see her a little bit, right? I hope one day I can get a better setup. So okay, let's buy entries to the yoga class. I don't want Cassandra to be this rich, even though her parents are probably extremely rich, but I find it a bit odd if Cassandra has 500,000 simoleons in her bank account. So this will probably change anyway, so I shouldn't bother right now, but I really try to do things while I'm at the, yeah, while I can and while I realize. So this is not how I was picturing this. Well, this is so odd. I don't know why businesses and hobbies is disappointing me so much, and I've heard so many simmers who are very critical and give good reviews on this pack to really like it, but I don't feel like I'm really happy with how it's working. So also, why am I in another household and get a notification that they didn't use perk points for their business? I'm having nothing to do with it. I'm Cassandra Goth right now, and I'm not running this business. Wow. It's, this is not how I want this to be. Yeah, I can request a yoga instructor, but that's also, I want summer holiday to host yoga classes in her garden shed. And that shouldn't be too much to ask for with this pack. I also don't know why people are going in here through the wall when this wall is actually not, I think it's not a debug item where Sims usually go through, because they could have gone through a lot of other uh, parts over there. Anyway, okay, we just got a call from Bella to recall a childhood moment, and even though this is apparently popping up with every household you are going in where the sim doesn't have a formative childhood moment, but I still like it. Gosh, I just realized there's a random sim in the household now, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like this, but oh well. So, center of attention would be fitting, as Cassandra is kind of an entertainer, but she's more of a musician and not so much of a stage. She doesn't really like to go on stage, I believe. So she is maybe naturally disciplined would be nice, even though this says that they will progress quickly in the military career, which is not her goal, but that doesn't have to be related, right? So I guess good student is not too bad. So she is primarily going to be a music teacher and very musical as a whole. So maybe I'm going to go with the good student or discipline. Pet friend would also be very fitting since she likes the cats. She has a lot, and yeah, but I don't know if that would be her childhood mm, thingy. So either disciplined or um this says childhood artist, but it's not relating to music. So I'm on one hand, I'm impressed how many options we have, but I feel like there are so many missed opportunities um in these moment rewards, because there are so many more traits and stuff every time I try to use this, that I feel like there's so much that is missing from it still. So morbidly curious would also be fun as a nod to the goth family stuff, and also since she grew up next to a graveyard. But I want her, yeah, I'm going to do the discipline one, because I feel like Cassandra is probably also a bit, yeah, I don't know. But it says she was fascinated by death and cemeteries, and maybe she did really like to go to the cemetery. But on the other hand, I have Alexander Goth in this club where he likes to go to the graveyard or cemetery and play there. So I want him to be the more creepy kid, and Cassandra is the very well-rounded, good kid. And I guess I could change it anytime, right? So with UI cheats, when that's getting an update, I guess I can also choose multiple ones. Maybe it already got an update. I just don't have um, looked for it, and I have just one that's working with this version. But oh well, I'm very indecisive. So let's go with this discipline one, even though it says military career and I don't really like it, but oh well. So yeah, why is Bernice robots here in their living room area? I want to try if I can also just go there because no, I cannot. Good. That's very good. But people are apparently just going through their living area and I don't enjoy this since I put this as private as well. And I'm really unhappy with how this is going. Oh, we unlocked a mastery perk in the zone. Why doesn't it show anywhere? Oh, there are the mastery perks. That's cool. So at least we received something from coming here, but apart from hiring someone for this yoga class, and now Summer is attending her own a yoga class in her own studio. That's really making me so furious. So I'm wondering what else I can target now that I'm kind of wanting to step back from the summer holiday situation we have going on here, as it's a bit too annoying and not really working out. Also, I would like to set up the residential rentals again that I had to kind of set back to regular. What are you doing down here on my mailbox? Yeah, because of the for rent bugs, I had to get rid of my rental setups and put them back to normal rental, no, regular residential lots since my save was very bugged. So I really want to reconstruct it, but I'm very afraid that I'm getting bugs again, and it wasn't really easy to fix and so on. So I'm not sure. For now, I'm going to manage worlds again and see. So another option we have is try and start building some of the houses here. So this elder care house is supposed to be a rental lot. These two are, and I'm not sure if I want to have Cassandra's house also be a rental in terms of giving her some neighbor who's living in her basement. So that's something. But I have so many houses that are not working without them being rental lots, so that's pretty frustrating that I had to do this. But maybe I am also good for today, so I think maybe this is a good place for me to stop playing today and leave this how it is before I come across any other frustrating issues with this businesses and hobbies situation or anything else. So I thank you so much for watching today, and I really hope to see you next time. And I wish you all a very great weekend, and I had a lot of fun today. So I'm going to go and relax a little bit and think about how I can maybe I can fix it somehow. And I'm going to look into how this businesses and hobbies situation can be. There must be a workaround to do it with wellness stuff, right? So I hope there will be a fix for us, maybe next time or whenever. So yeah, thank you again for watching and have a nice weekend. Oh wait, I can rate someone, right? So I always forgot yesterday when I streamed. So I want to see if there's someone live that I'm following. And there is. There's Marlene and there's Taskabas. So I think I'm going to rate Tas today. And let's see. Let's go there. Okay. So we are going to rate in a second. That was a little bit. Oh, they are maybe also going offline right now. I don't know. We will see.
Let me know what you got. Unfortunately, a ship has sailed, but I'm so okay. Dealing with it for a few years. I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to talk about it at all, actually. I'm okay. I'm totally okay. Been there, done that. Cried too many tears over it. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you for welcoming in the raiders as well. If you do need to raid and run, obviously, please go do that. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, like we're all learning, aren't we? Like what I was going to say is, if somebody came to me and said, I don't know, like, has what you said on stream today about X, Y, and Z, just letting you know, like, it's better to, for example, so like, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to learn. I want to take accountability. I want to educate myself. But am I right in saying